Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
Us. Oh, I'm black. Oh, black people. Nobody gives a fuck about that. Kill that shit. Either you got a good business or you don't. All that shit, don't nobody want to hear that shit. That's a hustle. Support me because I got a black business. Is your restaurant clean? Is the food good? Do you got consistent cooks? Is the material of your shit good? Stop doing that. Oh, you support the white people? No, I support consistency, baby. Yeah. Fuck about what color you is. I'm gonna spend my money. That paper, I'm gonna spend them millions where the fuck I want to spend it at. Whether it's Porsche, Ferrari, Lamborghini, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do while I'm here. But I'm gonna tell you one thing, I ain't gonna be finessed off some black shit. But one thing about it, 70% of you motherfuckers is not going to make it. I'm not no motherfucking fake ass motivational speaker that talk this dumb shit. I'm the number one in the country. You know why? Y'all seen me come out of the penitentiary. I make millions, and I make millionaires, baby. You understand me?
I disagree with everything he said. Let me just put that straight up. I'm hoping that there's more context to it because I'm trying to understand where this came from and why. Like, I don't understand him screaming at an audience and basically almost saying black businesses aren't shit.
Okay, so he's a very passionate guy. So when Wallo speaks, he's a very passionate guy.
I'm a passionate person too.
That's probably why he was screaming.
I'm a passionate person too.
You are.
But it basically sounded like he was saying, and this is my first time listening to it, that he was basically saying, black businesses ain't shit. And don't expect me to lift your shitty black business up. I understand if he's speaking in terms of you can't expect your business to be successful by only saying I'm a black-owned business and therefore because you are black, you need to support my black-owned business. If that's what he means, I understand that. But the way that he's yelling in this context and basically saying, I'm not going to support you just because you're black.
Man, guys, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, Boss Talk 101 Reviews. Hit that bell, hit that like button. Let's get to it, man. I spoke about this early on. Me and OG. OG, I know you there.
There you go.
It's a serious situation when now a lot of people are stepping up. Me and you spoke on that before. I spoke out on it as soon as I seen it. So I hadn't seen nobody's review, but looked like everybody from, I see Poetic Flacco, I see Van Lathan and the young lady, I think what is her name, Michelle or something. But whatever the case may be, they're speaking out because of what they see here and they're giving their assessment of it. When you look at what we're dealing with here, like I said, Wallo, I hadn't really never seen him talk like this, but I've never been to neither one of his seminars either. These people paid to be there and to listen at whatever he had to say. And he's trying to motivate them by saying, you black MFs, you basically, y'all, I'm not gonna be finessed by you blacks, and this is his words, So at the end of the day, I don't know. I hear Van Lathan say he's passionate, but I don't mind him being passionate as long as he's gonna have that same passion and that same technique when he's talking to people that don't look like him. That's one of the things that I look at, and the fact that if you do have a room full of business owners that's black, believe me, it wasn't easy to even become a business owner because I've been one for over 20 years, more than that really. But at the end of the day, I don't know if you tell me what I am and what I'm doing. I pray that in this conversation during this seminar, he told them what it takes to move up in business. We're just seeing a clip of it. But what you got for me, OG?
It's what's your boy, Poetic Flacco?
Oh yeah, Poetic Flacco. Shout out. He been on Boss Talk. I'm about to drop his episode.
Ain't no shout. Ain't no shout out to that Sambo. He's trying to justify what this snake oil merchant is selling and trying to say the quality that blacks give, if it's not up to standard. Ain't no white ever had to advertise for black businesses. Matter of fact, they don't even endorse whether we shop with them or not, and we still shop with them. So we don't get any better quality from white America, from Walmart, from Target. And we just because the white water seems colder than black water. The white grass is greener than black grass. And for all of these Negroes that try to jump on a bandwagon, we haven't ever had a fair assessment or a level playing field for any business venture black state. By the same token, this poetic Flacco, I guarantee you, I'll bet $1 to dog shit, 90% of his chicken shit podcast is with black people. He don't have no whites, don't have no Mexicans, don't have no Asians on his channel, and you're trying to berate what a black business is doing. And your man, what is his name, Wallo?
Yeah, Wallo.
He brags about he got out of prison and seen what he did. No, you got with your cousin, Gilly, who was a rapper, and got up under his wing. And then when y'all started off, he was doing dirt dog bad and got with a white man that bought 50% of your business. You're working for a white man. That's why you don't say anything about white businesses, because you crows are prone to say derogatory stuff about your own people, but you cannot say nothing about what white America does and their business ventures. Jeff Bezos, when he started with Amazon wasn't that good. It wasn't that clever, but white America endorsed him. When Koreans, they buy from Korean, whether the product is good or not, they stay in. Negroes is the only one that jumped ship. So all of you Uncle Toms that are talking about what black business got to get up from their own, you keep on going to the cafeterias white and getting ptomaine poison from Jack in the Box, from Taco Bell, and keep serving these franchise white people. And turn your podcast off with Negroes. Get you some whites and Asians.
Wow. Oh, OG, I definitely understand where you're coming from. Wallo and Gilly the Kid, I like their podcast. I've watched it over the years, and they deal with a lot of different entertainers, people who are on a level that can be in front of them and they can, talk to them. People that they, that from Deion Sanders to Will Smith to all of these different, a litany of people, Jay Prince. I've seen a lot of people, Yella Beezy, which I've, some of the same people I've interviewed, they've interviewed too. But the thing is, man, it kind of rubbed me the way the tonality was for this clip that we're seeing. And I just say, if we're going to address these black business owners like that, I'd like to see him in a white or a not just white, but anybody else, Asian, a Chinese seminar. All of those seminars got to be that same passion and that same flagrant, because all of us. Hold on, let me say this, because all of us, not just the black, not just the white, not just the Asian, not just the chink, Chinese or whatever. I don't mean to call them out their name. But none of us are perfect, bro. None of us are perfect. And I'm going to say something else. Being a black business owner for over 20 years, you get the product. Me, I do retail mostly. A lot of stuff is retail. You might have a 20% markup on tennis shoes. You might spend $50-$60 on a pair of tennis shoes and then sell them for $100 or sell them for $80, or now it may even be a little more. If you got a shoe out of the store for $150, that means a lot of times you're spending at least $100 or either $80 to $90 for that shoe to sell it for that. When you look at shipping costs and all the stuff that go with that, you barely survive it. And then when you get it in the store, most of the time, now let's talk about this side of it too. When blacks come into your store, they want to get a discount. They want you to give them something too. So it ain't just blacks buying from blacks and they're just pretty much trying to get over on them either. And it ain't just the customer always begging. Everybody does this when it comes to a lot of the black businesses that I've went in. And I'm going to be honest with you, it's always been a bargaining thing for us, because people feel comfortable doing that when they come in. And I've seen it not just in my business, but several businesses. But the thing is, again, that stuff is not marked up, it's marked down. If within 45 days you're marking stuff down in a retail store, and I know that from experience.
But you gotta look, and it is a difference. Blacks are perfect. In a white
blacks are not perfect, OG.
And we are perfect. And we're perfect idiots. Because when you just like you say, when you buy a tennis shoe, you have to pay $60 for it. When Foot Locker buys those same tennis shoes at a bulk, he don't pay but $10 for it.
Correct. It could be that. I don't know their insight. I just know what we have to pay.
I know their insight. I've been all over the world, right in Compton, and I know what the heads will do. And you go to the swap meets, they get their stuff from their countries, get them from there, and get low markup, get the bulk. They get discounts that blacks aren't able to get because we don't have those type of influences where Africa is sending us stuff. So all of that is saying everything and the same way you're talking about Gilly and this dude Wallo's podcast. Your podcast is so much different from theirs because they had a white man backing them and they can pay celebrities to come. That's the difference. They didn't do nothing from the mud. That man got $100 million loan, and he got 50% partnership in their podcast, and they got a white banker. So don't get around here telling black businesses you got a white daddy. So
what?
Your white daddy.
Oh, geez, say you got a white daddy?
White daddy. Wallo got a white daddy.
This shit crazy. Hold on, let me play what Van Lathan had to say. Hold on.
I'm going to choose to view this in the most charitable way possible, and that's because, which is the whole point.
It's just a problem to me.
Well, it's not a problem. To me, it's not a problem. Like, to me, being charitable culturally is not a problem. It's like what you should do. It's essentially like what you're talking about. You're talking about chances, giving chances. What we have to spend with each other is solidarity. That's our greatest wealth. Our greatest wealth as black people is solidarity. That's the number one form of riches that we have. It's the fact that we care about each other. There is no form of payment that means more than that for us. Because the wealth that we should have had in this country was systemically stolen from us. We were burned out of it. We were swindled out of it. And we didn't have access to it in the first place because of our enslavement.
Wow. I agree with Van Lathan. The solidarity is so important. And he was hitting on some key factors. Guys, you got to go check out their whole podcast, and I'll put the link in the description. But this, here's what you got to understand, man. We got so many different brothers that's trying to do certain things. But when I say so many, it's so limited as well. You go into these cities, you don't find, I've went city to city. Every time I hit a city, and you the same way, OG. I mean, as soon as we get there, we say, hey, man, we want to support. And I have ran into some great experiences. I've ran into some bad experiences. But I've done the same thing on either side with other business. I've been put out of whether it was white or black. I done been put out because I'm not going to put up with no bad service no way. If it's a restaurant, whatever. So at the end of the day, it could be China, you could be blue. I don't care what color you is. I'm going to go for great service no matter what. So that I get what I understand where Wallo is saying he want the best service, because I do too. But I'm looking at the tonality and the longevity in the business owners that's there. Some of those guys that's been, pushing their business for a long time. Kudos to them. And hopefully he said that somewhere in the seminar. But it was it was just like I said the first day when we talked about this, real flagrant. A lot of people got in the comments. They had a lot to say about, it hurt and all. Listen, man, Boss Talk 101 is not hurting at all. And I've been blessed. But the thing is, I take it real serious about our people and how we handle each other. And at the end of the day, once it become public, you address it publicly. And the only thing I was saying is, basically black business owners, if you in business, that's a blessing in itself. And to be honest with you, if those brothers in there, if he told them how to jump and not just told them to jump, then I'm rocking with it too. Because I'm only hearing a clip of this. We're only hearing the part where he's screaming and MF this and MF that. And it's a hell of a but they paid for it, OG. I got to say that again. They paid to be in there, and evidently they like this technique. I don't know.
Well, we've been paying for suffering all our life. That's what Negroes do. So he just took the pattern of the slave master, and he's giving the Negro what they want, a beat on the back, and set them out happy for being ridiculed, dismayed, and belittled. That's what we love, to be belittled, that we're not doing enough. We've done too much as black people.
Because you built the whole country, right? This country was built on the back of brothers, that our ancestors, according to history, right?
That's absolutely correct.
Well, here's a brother, and like I said, you're hearing all these people speaking out. Me and you, we was early on this. We spoke on this very early, but there's a lot of people speaking out, man. They upset about this. Watch this guy here. He's on the live.
Wallo made some strong comments. He's talking tough to a room full of quote unquote black people. I mean, just talking tough, said he is not going to be finessed off no blacks. He ain't going to support no black businesses just because they owned by somebody black. He ain't going to be finessed on no black. But I think out of his own words, when he got out of prison, he was finessing black people. And I'm pretty sure, who was you selling those t-shirts to, my guy? When you say you was buying them for $5 and selling them for 20. And you say they were gilding t-shirts too that really cost $1. So who were you finessing? Who were you selling those t-shirts to? Who were you asking to support you? Who? And how long did those t-shirts last? Was your customer service? Did you go to training for your customer service? I'm pretty sure you did.
Wow. So this brother here saying that he was getting down with the t-shirts and he was flipping them, and you know, he was pretty much finessing the people that look like him. What do you think about that, OG?
How easily we forget. It's just like when you see the Lord, you forgot about when you was on crack cocaine. You think you better than somebody else. He hit it right on the head. How many clear people did you sell your t-shirts to? How many Asians did you sell? You sit right in the neighborhood and exploited blacks.
Wow. OG, again, like I said, I'm love to see these brothers pushing forward, to be honest with you. I'm not going to sit back and act like I don't like seeing them being, you know, the culturistic movement of the show and them showing love, because Wallo has a thing where he speaks to a lot of those rappers. He spoke to Lil Durk, I remember, and tried to keep them out of trouble. He went down there and they went, I believe they talked to Kodak Black.
How did that work out?
OG, I'm not going to do this with you, but
I got you all these inspirational lessons, and everybody he talked to is in the penitentiary right now. I'm going to court.
No. OG went out there and talked to Kodak Black.
Ain't nobody thinking about Wallo. Tell Wallo to talk to his white daddy.
Oh my God. OG. Now you got to understand, man. These brothers, he did 20 years. He did 20 years in the prison and got out.
He did, yeah, for selling dope. He was selling dope before he went to prison.
But
he's been a salesman all his life.
Yeah, but he got out. And now he's doing real well, and you know, a lot of the people they watch him. You know,
by himself though.
No, it definitely came. It came with supporters, man, and people. And
it came with stipulations from white America. Ain't no supporters. Didn't nobody give it. A white man owns 50% of their show. Just like Adam 12 owned No Jumper and got all them crows coming on there telling on themselves.
Wow! You compare it to Adam 22?
Him and Adam 12 is to say he just got the same white daddy.
Oh man, OG, give him a break. It's okay to partner up with people, man, and do a business move. OG, stop it.
not white people. And don't be, if you partner with white people, shut your mouth about Black America.
Man, I'm about to get off of here. Hey, listen, OG, what could Wallo do to get back in your saving grace?
Shoot himself.
What? You gotta understand, they made some strategic moves. Him and Gilly and him. You see,
strategic move that they made.
Well, they signed a big deal. OG, they made themselves a big thing when it come down to the podcast world.
A white man seen profit off of them and got into it. Show us some of the millionaires you claim you made. Black millionaires. Show us some of them.
Wow. OG.
That's the challenge. Wallo. Show us proven facts of some millionaires that you made through your poetic speech.
Wow. Guys, get in the comments. You heard OG. I can't calm him down tonight. He said, Wallo, get in. Wallo, he's calling Wallo out. Show us a black person that you've made a millionaire. Get in the comments, guys. Let us know what you think about this situation with the way Wallo speech is being pretty much put out there, and the blacks are so-called counseling him, according to some of the people that are talking about this. But get in the comments, let us know what y'all think about show us one of those black millionaires. OG is summoning him out. He calling him out to do it. And we're going to be waiting and watching. Boss Talk 101 reviews.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.